In this episode, we will meet Dr. Maria Sirois. She will be speaking to us about resilience.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Sirois, and it's such an honor to be with you guys today. I'm an expert, they say, in the field of resilience, and here's the good news about this moment. This is the perfect moment in which to elevate our capacity to be strong within in order to do what we're here to do in the world. So I wanted to talk to you for a minute about resilience and then dive right into the territory of courage, because this is not a time to be timid. This is actually the time in our lives to be brave. Resilience is the capacity to adapt to stress or trauma or loss healthfully, to make wise choices in the most difficult moments. And the good news is that resilience can be up-leveled at any time, no matter how stressful the circumstances. One of the things that we know to be true about resilient people is that they lead from their character strengths. Strengths like compassion and generosity, creativity, kindness, love, judgment, prudence, justice, and of course, courage. We all have character strengths, and we're all unique within ourselves in terms of which strengths are the strongest. One thing we do know to be true, however, is that in the most difficult moments, one of the strengths we most need is courage. In the year 2000, researchers from the University of Pennsylvania got together and did a multi-year, multi-generational, multi-age study of what are the qualities within us that are the best of humanity. They're the best of ourselves, and when we activate them, they actually improve humanity. And courage is one of the highest qualities. In 1666, in a village just about 35 miles outside of Manchester, England, a small village called Iam, the villagers demonstrated to us a remarkable collective courage. You see, it was the time of the bubonic plague. The rector of Iam gathered the 300-plus villagers into the town, and together they made a decision. Anyone in the village who became diseased would be cared for and die in the arms of someone they had known since birth. No one outside would be harmed. No one inside would be left alone. They put border stones around the walls of the village. In the stones, they put coins. They dug out holes, put coins, put vinegar on the coins, thinking that it might protect the coins from the plague itself. And tradespeople from varying towns came by, dropped off their goods and their food, the things that the people in the village would need, and took the coins. And in the next 14 months, 2/3 of the village died. But they actually achieved the goal they had set out to achieve. No stranger was infected, and no one died alone. We are remarkable when we cultivate our character strengths, and most especially when we link those strengths to courage. This is really not the time to play small, because in this moment, while humanity itself is at risk, we're noticing that there is a danger, that those of us who have always been vulnerable are even more vulnerable now. Those of us who have been marginalized are at risk of being marginalized, not seen, not funded, not cared for, not supported. And we, as a community, can activate our own personal courage in order to ensure that the invisible are made visible, that the vulnerable are strengthened, and that those who are out actually doing the most wonderful community, grassroots, and large system sort of activations of change, disruptions of change, are fully supported. This is not the time to play small. Courage itself has a number of elements to it. It's connected to bravery of spirit and bravery of action, which means doing the difficult thing even when other people disagree. It's connected to our integrity, our sense of being in a place of honesty and in our deepest virtues. It's connected to persevering, not giving up just because things might be difficult along the way. And it's also connected to our enthusiasm, our zest. So there are 7 super practical steps that will enable you to activate your courage, bring good to yourself and good to the world, and in so doing, elevate your own resilience. So step number 1, get quiet. Get quiet and reflect. And what I want you to reflect on is, what corner of the world are you here to most influence? Step 2, get clear and specific on whose behalf today might I enact one small step of bravery. Step 3, gather the helpers. No one does this life thing well alone. No one is resilient alone. We all need help. Gather the helpers who's going to support you, cheerleader you, challenge you, and elevate your own capacity. Step 4, plan for and take the risk. Step 5, celebrate any gains, small, medium, or large. Celebrate the gains. Step 6, reflect what went well, what could be a little bit better next time around. And the last step, rinse and repeat. You see, courage is a muscle. It is built by couraging. That's a quote from theologian Mary Daly. It doesn't matter where we look in the world. There are stories of communities enacting bravery everywhere at any moment. We, too, are connected to the lineage of those people in I Am England who got together and decided to actually bring beneficence to the world. I invite you today to consider how you might be resilient, more importantly, how you might be brave, and in so doing, how you might bring goodness to this larger world.